Hello, my name is Ben Briley. I'm the founder of Thoughtful Leader, and today I'm bringing you another leadership set of tips. And this one is all about if you're avoiding something at work. And I know I've been there when you've got a difficult conversation to have, or you have to do something that you're not really looking forward to. You try to avoid it and you procrastinate. When this is about things in your team that are going wrong and you're going to have a difficult conversation and things like that, it can be very tempting just to put it off and not do anything about it. And that means the team members get away with murder. It also means that other people in the team are looking at you going, why aren't you doing anything? And it becomes a bit of a nightmare. So if you're avoiding things, avoiding leadership tasks that you don't really want to do but you know you should do them, here is a bit of a thought exercise for you. Here's some questions you can ask yourself to get you into the mood to actually get up and go do those things. The first question is, if this situation was resolved a few months from now, what would that look like? So if you've got a big problem or something pressing you need to do or a deadline, if you've done it and you think ahead a couple of months and it's all finished and it's all worked out really well, it's a visualization exercise to go, okay, what does that look like? Have a think about what that would look like for you. This technique is sometimes called future retrospection, which is where you put yourself forward and then you work back and you look backwards as to how did that work and how does it feel now and how did I succeed in that. And when you ask yourself those sorts of questions, you start to go, okay, I'd feel really good if this was resolved, and it gives you a little bit of motivation to start to take action. The second question, which is a really important one to ask yourself, is if I do nothing, what message am I sending to all the people around me? And this is a really good one if you're dealing with difficult team performance problems and things like that. So if you've got a team member who's not performing and you don't do anything about it because it's too uncomfortable, you have to ask yourself this question and think, okay, what are the other team members thinking? Because they're going to be looking at that team member and they're going to be going, you as the leader have done nothing. That's what they're going to be saying. And they're going to be thinking, why should I bother putting in a lot of effort if that guy or girl is getting away with murder doing nothing? So you are damaging your reputation by not taking action on things like that. And other people, other leaders around you will see this and it will start to ruin your reputation. So that question again is, if I don't do anything, what's the message I'm sending to the people around me? And one of those messages could actually be, poor performance is fine in my team. And do you really want that message to be sent to all the people around you? I don't think so. The third and final question I'd like to ask is, what would a strong, confident, credible leader do in this situation? So sometimes in leadership you don't feel super confident. Maybe you're doing something you haven't done before, you're dealing with a tricky person and you're going to have a hard conversation, and you sort of have to go, you know what would I do if I was insert famous leader here, maybe? So for example, if your hero is Richard Branson, you might say, what would Richard Branson do in this situation? You know what? He would have a really difficult conversation and he'd go and tackle it straight away. What would Jacinda Ardern do? The Prime Minister of New Zealand, for those people who don't know. What would she do in this situation? She's heralded as being quite a great leader. She would probably tackle the problem head on as well, in a sensitive and empathic way, I might add. But that sort of question is a good one because it's along the theme of, what would Chuck Norris do? Because often we know what we should do. We just have to have the courage to go and do it. So if you think to yourself, okay, what would I do in this situation? What would a popular, famous, really strong, confident and capable leader do? And you sort of know the answer. You know the steps that have to be taken. So now it's just a matter of propelling yourself into action. Because you can be that strong, capable leader, you just have to take action. That's the only difference between you and Richard Branson. He's taking action to fix problems in his team and you're not. So you can be the strong, capable, confident leader like Richard Branson or Jacinda Ardern as well. You've just got to take those steps. So ask yourself that question. So those three questions again. If this situation was resolved a couple of months from now, what would that look and feel like? The second question, if I do nothing, what message am I sending to all the people around me? And the third question is, what would a confident, credible, capable leader do in this situation? So prompt yourself to action with those three questions. Thank you for watching the video. Leave your comments down below. What other questions would you ask yourself? How do you stop yourself from procrastinating and avoiding things? I'd love to read your comments about this topic. please hit the subscribe button so you get notified of future videos like these. Thank you for watching once again, and I will see you in the next video.